first story we're talking about today, which is this 14-year-old who's getting sued by Epic Games, the creators of Fortnite, for cheating. Well, they're technically actually suing him for copyright because he won't take down the videos he made of himself cheating. Right. So that's really what they're suing him for.
Right, and I think the title is a little clickbaity.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you read into it, and like, I completely understand where Epic is coming from, and I'll play devil's advocate here, but I'll let you take the story, and then I'll kind of chime in later.
Yeah, I agree with you. I do think Epic Games definitely has a leg to stand on. I think that I get where like a lot of criticism is coming from. So the kid was so flippant about it. If you watch some of the videos he made, he is just like talking about, he's like, well, you know, this is me cheating. This is where I got the cheats from. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, he's clearly like, it's just so obvious what he's doing. And then the fact that he won't take down the videos of him doing it, I don't really... This goes back in some ways, in my mind, to the PewDiePie controversy, where there was a game company that took away, that wouldn't let him like stream any more of his games after the N-word incident. I think if they're able to do that, if he's not allowed to put his Let's Plays, of course Epic Games should be allowed to sue this kid for copyright infringement.
Oh yeah,
it's their game. If you're not, if you don't have permission, or right, if you don't have permission to show the game, obviously, I think the precedent has already been set that a Let's Play is not, you know, that property is still ultimately of the game. I think hasn't been any real legal precedent with that yet, so we'll see if this does set some sort of precedent on like Let's Plays and things of that nature. But again, the kid is cheating. He's telling people how to cheat. He's telling people where to go to cheat. Right. I don't really see... of course, Epic Games wants to do something, and they want to make an example of these people. They want to make it so that there's not more 14-year-old kids out there cheating. I mean, it ruins a game. It completely spoils the fun of a game when you're playing with cheaters, and it spoils the fun of the game when you're cheating.
Yeah,
there's no positives. Yeah.
What's weird is this article originated from torrentfreak.com. Which is like a news site.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Now, apparently.
Yeah, I guess they've transitioned.
Yeah. But from what I understand happened is that they filed a DMCA claim on him, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And instead of just taking the video down, he countered the DMCA claim, which you can do on YouTube. We had this issue a couple times with JSU. When I was in school, because like when we were working for the football team, we'd put out our hype videos and we just used anyone's music on that. We weren't trying to monetize or anything, and so we usually got the claims reverted, and they would stick an ad on it and just take the money from the YouTube videos. We were just putting them out there just to kind of, you know, build that awareness.
Hype up, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we would allow, like, we would dispute it, and they would say, okay, yeah, you're right, you're a not-for-profit organization or a school, so like that made it okay. And they would just stick their ad on it and then give the money to whoever the song was from. And so I've dealt with DMCA claims and disputes before. That being said, they filed a counterclaim to the takedown notice. Now, when you file a counterclaim that says, oh, I have a right to do this, this is my content, and basically, yeah, Epic is coming out saying, like, look, if you take the videos down, we wouldn't have to take you to court. But
right, exactly.
The only action they can take as a response now is to counter the counter, right? They have to respond to the counter, and the only response, like, legally that they can take, besides just saying, no, please take it down, is here's a lawsuit. Basically, it comes down to this kid. If he took down the videos, none of this would be happening. If he didn't file a dispute, then none of this would be happening.
Exactly.
Like, he needs to realize that when you're playing someone's game, and it sucks that it's a 14-year-old kid. That I'll be candid. That sucks. That it's a 14-year-old who's making this dumb decision. But again, it's okay. You're playing their game, and they don't want you representing their game that way. I mean, if you are out there explicitly showing people how to cheat, where to go to get the mods, how to install them. If you're doing that, you're literally contributing, and you're basically hanging a huge flag out the window saying, here I am, I've been cheating. I don't understand how this kid hasn't even been banned yet. Like, how is he still playing Fortnite?
So, well, Fortnite has come out and talked to, or Epic Games has come out and talked about that, because Fortnite is a free-to-play game. People just make new accounts. Account? Exactly. So that's the problem, is that because it's a free-to-play game, people can just keep making accounts.
True.
So they don't have that. They don't have that mechanism of, you're just banned, you can't play this game anymore, even though you've bought it. They can't do that. So they
don't do IP bans.
Yeah, so they do have IP bans, but there's ways around that type of stuff.
Right.
So I presume that the kid has found his way around it, and
I still feel like even if you're playing like through a VPN or something, you're limiting your bandwidth, and now you're playing at a super slow speed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like...
Yeah, but you're cheating, so it doesn't... Who cares how slow a speed you're playing at?
True,
every shot you shoot kills somebody.
I guess that's true.
There's no competition anyways, because, I mean... You just shoot, and like, the bullets just kill people. I mean, he's a great person for cheating, and that's it. Like, he's a cheater. Like, I don't see... like, maybe because you're a cheater, you don't deserve to get sued, but... You're ruining the game, and it's like, come on. Why you have to ruin other people's fun? Just for what? So that you could cheat at a game? And I mean, it's not like cheating at The Sims or something where
it doesn't hurt.
You're not
somebody
affecting
on the
anybody.
Other end.
Yeah, it's game breaking, but you're like, who cares if you are game breaking a single player game? You're not ruining the experience for somebody else.
Right. Like, people don't complain about cheats in GTA, but they would if cheats were online.
And there was issues with that where people were cheating online. So and this kid's mom has come out and tried to defend him, saying that like Epic Games is going after this little kid, but again, it's not that he's cheating in the game that they're suing him. It's because he won't take down his videos.
Right, and that's
talking
all
about
it
his
has
cheating.
To come, like, that's all you have to do. It's like, dude, first of all, don't go around openly spreading cheats to people. Like, it's one thing, I've seen people with Destiny show off an exploit or something, like a glitch that they've found, but half the reason they're doing it is to say, hey guys, like at Bungie, like they post it in the Bungie forums usually saying like, hey, look, I found this glitch, you need to fix it. And,
right, can you fix it?
Right.
It's not, hey, here's how you can cheat to win it.
I mean, some people do that. I mean, I've seen
there was
a big controversy with, I don't know, but there was this Twitch streamer that was like blatantly doing it on streams during like Trials in the Nine. He was like playing competitively against people and wall glitching so they couldn't shoot him. Like, and I mean, he got a lot of slack for it, but I don't know if Bungie ever did anything about it. But
well, and at least in that, at the very least in that case, yeah, it's cheating. But at the very least, you're exploiting a issue with the game in the game. You're not adding code to cheat the game out. Like, I feel like you're taking it to another level when you're like actively adding bots and stuff to cheat. Right.
I mean, it's one thing for an exploit because that's a glitch, but it's another thing when you're adding code, and that's like manipulation. And at that point, that's in most games, that's grounds for a permanent ban.
Yeah, exactly. And again, the problem with Epic Games is you just have issues of free to play, so people find ways around that. It's a little bit easier to find ways around it than a 14-year-old doesn't have $60 to spend every week when he cheats and gets banned. So. That's it. It's always kids, isn't it? Darn kids, man.
So that being said, the 14-year-old's mother is defending him, as you would expect from anybody who their child is
about
being
to get sued.
Well,
and she's the one who's going to have to pay for it.
Right. So she has addressed the court directly through a letter which attacks Epic's handling of the case on a number of grounds. She says that Fortnite's team requires parental consent for minors and that she never gave this consent. She says the case is based on a loss of profits, but argues that it's a free-to-play game and that in order to prove a loss, Epic would need to provide a statement certifying that Rogers' cheating directly caused a mass profit loss. She claims that by going after individual players rather than the website selling / providing the software necessary to cheat in an online game, Epic is using a 14-year-old child as a scapegoat. She claims that her son did not, as Epic allege, help create the cheat software, but simply downloaded it as a user, and that Epic has no capability of proving any form of modification. Finally, the mother says that by releasing her son's name publicly in conjunction with the move, that Epic has violated Delaware laws related to the release of information on minors. They have responded, from what I understand.
They responded to Kotaku. See, so she goes through hers. Their response, ultimately, Epic Games. This particular lawsuit arose as a result of the defendant filing a DMCA counterclaim to a takedown notice on YouTube video that exposed and promoted Fortnite Battle Royale cheats and exploits, Epic says. Under these circumstances, the law requires that we file suit or drop the claim. Epic is not okay with ongoing cheating or copyright infringement from anyone at any age. As stated previously, we take cheating very seriously, and we'll pursue all available options to make sure our games are fun, fair, and competitive for players. So, basically, I think they're saying that the mom has it all wrong.
Right.
We're not suing him for cheating. We're suing him for not taking down his videos. Right. So everything that all the points she made are technically, completely bunk. Because the point she was making is, they're using him as a scapegoat for cheating. Well, no, they are going after the websites that are posting these cheats. And then she's saying, they're saying that he made this game. Well, no, they're not saying he made it. They're saying that he won't take down videos where he tells people where to go to download it. So I really don't. I would have to look at all the actual court documents, which we don't have in front of us.
Right. But, they don't even have them yet because this process has just started. Right,
exactly. So I think that it's a mother defending her son. I understand that, but the kid is just kind of he's a little cheater, and hopefully he gets a little bit of a wake up call.
Right, and this is really a wake up call for a lot of people. I just feel like.
Who likes cheating? Who likes cheaters?
Yeah,
Patriots.
Typically, the people that are gonna blatantly brag that they're cheating are gonna be the people that are young, under the age of 18. For the most part, you understand after you get to a certain age that this isn't fun, this is not fair to other people, and that it's wrong. Right. And again,
and there's no skill.
Right. It takes no skill, and that's part of the fun of playing Fortnite. Right. Not to mention it's not going to be different every time. I don't know what all the cheats do, but if you're sitting there not missing a shot and you can just cross map people from a mountain on the other side of the map, then why is that even fun?
Right. That's it. The video is him walking. You can clearly see that he can't see anyone. There's nobody on his screen, and he's just shooting right through houses, and it's just hitting people right in the head, and they're just dying. You just see him shooting, and wild, people are just dying.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel bad for the kid. I feel bad that he is a kid and he's dealing with this, but at the same time,
I feel bad for his mom.
Right. She shouldn't have to deal with this. But at the same time, just take the video down, the whole thing goes kaput.
I know.
It's not that hard. Are you making money off of exploiting a game if that's what it is? Because you can sue for that. Yeah,
and how much money? Right, exactly.
It's not. It's not that they have a loss of profits. It's that this kid is monetizing off of
their game,
that he's wrong. That he's playing poorly. Not in a way that does not correspond with their vision, and which that has been ruled after the whole PewDiePie thing that you can't do that, and that's why Nintendo does a lot of their partnership programs or whatever.
Right, because they want a little cut piece of the pie, where instead of just free advertising.
And they don't want people running around cursing about all these video games because they figured kids are gonna come on and watch people playing Mario, and they don't want to see people dropping the N-word all over the place. in their little kid game video, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean,
and I get that. I get that. They want to protect their brand.
Exactly.
And I can understand that.
And I mean,
and yeah, you're right. And it's clear. It's it. Like, you can't do Let's Plays. I mean, you're right. That's a good point. Nintendo's proved that you can't just do Let's Plays.
Right.
For any game, because Nintendo will DMCA you in an instant.
Instant. I mean, I don't know. I tend to think Epic, at the time being, is one of the top-notch developers. I think that they do a really good job of listening to their community and contributing and being vocal about what they're doing and what their plans are. So that being said, that means they care about people, right? And that's probably why cheating is such a big deal to them, is because they don't want the people that are playing fair, the 7 million plus people that are playing this game, they don't want them to be at a disadvantage. They don't want them to be treated bad because they're honestly playing the game.
And there's real evidence that shows that when a game gets infected with cheaters, the players leave.
Oh yeah,
the honest players leave. So they don't want their game to die, and cheaters are game killers. So if you like a game, don't cheat, because you're just gonna ruin it for everybody else, and you're gonna ruin the community, and the whole game is gonna go to shit as a result.
Epic has a reason for doing what they're doing. I think it sucks that it's a 14-year-old, but you got to put your foot down, and that's what they're doing. And as a developer,
I get it.
It's something that they have to do. If they ignore it, then it's not going to go away, and it's going to cause a big problem. So
they have to protect their game, and they have to protect their brand, and I don't blame them. I get that it's a 14-year-old, and that's unfortunate, and I understand the criticism comes from the idea that how can you go after a 14-year-old like this? But he's breaking the rules. Yeah. He's flippant about breaking the rules. So, sometimes people just have to learn a lesson.